A crisp early June morning, and in the Gisborne Hill Country, men, horses, dogs and cattle are on the move. It's the day before the Matafero Cattle Fair, the biggest in the country. And all over the district, hundreds of farmers like John Hawkins have been on the go since dawn.
That'll do, Red.
These steers are typical of Gisborne cattle, big-framed but lean. Take them off the hills, put them in easier country with quicker grass growth, and they'll soon gain weight. It's that quality which makes these hills a breeding ground for stock that are sought after for hundreds of miles around. John Hawkins manages Patamaru Station, part of a Māori incorporation. Under his stewardship, Patamaru produces some of the top lines at the Matafero Fair each year. Once the stock carrier arrives, it's all go. The sale will attract 6,000 head of cattle, and every truck in the district is working to capacity. Soon, the waiting silence of the Matafero sale yards will be transformed, echoing to the bellowing and trampling of men and cattle alike, as the trucks start to unload and the yard hands and stock agents get to work. By mid-morning, the stock trucks are on the move all over the district. Drivers like Barry Watts have a busy day ahead of them. For him, first the steers from Patamaru Station, then another load to be trucked into the sale yards from north of town. There is another way to move stock: let them walk. There aren't many drovers left on the roads, but Trevor Stewart has been doing it all his life. Today's an easy day for Trevor, 90 head of cattle from a nearby farm down to the sale yards. But after the sale, he'll be behind a bigger mob of cattle for nearly 400 kilometres. Mid-afternoon, the day before the sale, and the yards no longer stand in ghostly silence. Nine local trucking firms are bringing stock in. Tomorrow, on sale day, they'll be back to cart the stock away. And alongside them will be another 8 or 9 companies from out of the district, all competing for long-distance runs. As the cattle pour into the sale yards in their thousands, the yard hands draft them into lots, according to condition, age and the farm that they're from.
Put in the dries, eh?
Yeah, but we've got to hit cow one steer left.
It's a rare sight today to see a yard hand on a horse. Some of the old hands say it helps keep the stock more relaxed amid the chaos.
No, there's one hip cow here somewhere.
Oh, leave her in there. Leave her in there. She's all right.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Push the cow. She's all
No,
right.
you don't.
Early morning on sale day, and still the stock pour in. 6,000 cattle will change hands today. By 8:30, the first customers show up. Vendors anxious about what else is selling. Buyers taking an early look at what's on offer. It's a chance to catch up with old mates, as well as to do business. Not just for the farmers, but for stock agents too. Brent Chappell's down from the Waikato with a group of farmers, including Cecil Shrimpton.
No, I think they're cattle that would do the job all right. They'd walk all right, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's all right, they would, yep.
Probably a pen that we can have a go at, aren't they?
Well, the price is right.
Yeah.
But the Waikato buyers will face stiff competition from locals and out-of-towners. Bill Luff, another of Brent's group, likes what he sees, but he's not alone.
There's nice fashioned old short on boots, Bob, aren't they?
You don't see them often, Jack,
No,
do you?
no.
Very seldom.
Yeah.
But you used to buy a lot of them,
Yes.
didn't you, when they're about?
Yes.
You going to put another road on, a mob on, Jack?
Oh, if we're allowed.
Yeah.
Ah, well, we've got to go and see these cattle sold, haven't we?
Magnificent bullocks there for you, gentlemen. Now these cattle have been in hand, these cattle, gentlemen, are shipped every day. You've got them. Got the frame, got the size. Set your light. Start, mate. Shall we collect the 5, 480, 470? Where's the man at 450? 450. I'm at 450. I'm at 450, I'm at 450, I'm at 450, I'm at 450. I'll tell you what, I'll take you along in 5. I'm at 450, I'm at 450, I'm at 450, I'm at 450, I'm at 450.
I'm at 380, I'm at 80. 980, 980.
Help they go. Ready, quickly. I sell them at 450. Tell you what, I'll take you along in 2.
Here we are, good meaty cattle. Look to my watch, they're going to make one. Make it 400 or better. He's got 400, 390. For one pack, he's got 380 and go. 370. 370 right. I'm at 370, I'll take you two to move it. I'm at 370. I'm at 370, I'm at 370, 370 back. 370 only.
980 to lose. Right, go.
Good, $450, I sell them. Help they go. Ready, quickly. I sell them at 450.
Go! 4, 6, 8.
Go to the 387. Right, money. Hold it. Come on, chaps. And hold us still like that. Go. Hey. Hey.
Back.
4, 5. Right.
Magnificent bullocks, aren't they? Got the size, the frame, and the meat.
Would you like it on?
Yeah, below.
7, on the market. 8,
427. Right. Right.
at 391. Last call, $391.
For drover Trevor Stewart, the end of the sale means the start of real work. The Waikato farmers have bought heavily, and Trevor is to drive the mob home for them. His first job, tagging each farmer's new stock so they can be drafted out when the drive ends.
Open the gate, the radio. Right.
The morning after sale day dawns clear after overnight rain. Brent Chappell and his farmers are driving home, and Trevor and the mob are ready to hit the road. Time was when 30 or more mobs would head out with drovers after the Matafero sale. Today there's only 2. The rest have gone by truck. Still, that leaves the roads clear for Trevor. With 600 head of cattle to control and only 1 or 2 helpers, you need a clear road. Trevor and his men have a long walk ahead, up State Highway 2 to Matawai, inland through Motu to Wapotiki, down past Rotorua and finally on to Matamata. The journey will take them 3 months. A month on the road and drover Trevor Stewart is far from Gisborne. No popping back home at nights now. He lives in his J1 Bedford. The mob is safe grazing a farmer's paddock at Tuatua, inland from the Bay of Plenty. And it's time for Trevor to climb into the truck and do some grazing of his own. Some would see it as a rough way to live, but for Trevor, having a truck is a luxury compared with the old days. He started droving at 14. His father was a drover, and young Trevor used to get work around the sale yards for £1 a day branding pigs. when he was supposed to be at school. Instead of going back to the classroom, he got attracted to the romance of droving.
It was totally different life then. Yeah, everybody had pack horses. You had your old warriors where you camped in the old wool shed. Everybody got together now and again. It was a totally different life altogether. No hassles. People understood the job. Everybody sort of understood. It's totally different to what it is today.
What sort of hassles are there now?
Oh, you've got traffic. You've got little towns are getting bigger and bigger. Your holding paddocks are getting harder and harder to find. Your roads are getting harder. It's got to a sort of thing today where we want the people, but they don't want us. That's what it's coming to. Anyway, go.
Trevor's driven a mob from Gisborne for the same group of Waikato farmers these last 4 years. He passes through some beautiful country, but always in the depths of winter. It's harder to appreciate the scenery when it's bucketing down with rain. As for the cattle, they don't seem to mind walking. Trevor develops an affinity for their quirks and characteristics over the months, although he also enjoys the company of an offsider or two, like his son Stephen, who's joined him for the rest of the trip. No matter how well fed they are, the cattle still find roadside snacks along the way, and Trevor's got to keep the mob moving. Today's going to be a tough one. Nearly 15 kilometres through cold July rain over a high saddle, then scarcely time for a quick brew of tea before descending to the Waiua Valley. Trevor gets paid over $100 a day during the drove, but out of that he has to pay for grazing every night. He takes a pride in keeping the cattle in top condition and keeps his costs down by grazing them with a network of farmer friends along the way. Sometimes the grazing's free in exchange for a few days of fencing or mustering. He's also got to pay for helpers like Stephen.
Okay, Joe. I'll get these ones up the top.
The next part of the journey holds two big dangers. Growing in the bush alongside the road is toot, a plant that's poisonous to cattle. Trevor and his men can't keep a close eye on all 600 heads strung out along the road. They've asked the local county council to trim the roadsides, and all they can do is hope for the best. Trevor's watching for another danger too. A beast could reach over the road edge to graze, lose its footing and fall into the bush. If its fall goes unnoticed, then a $400 animal is lost for good. The cattle are strung out over a good 2 kilometres of winding road, and a beast could easily fall out of Trevor's earshot. So he has to keep his eyes peeled for scuff marks at the edge of the road. There it is, well down the bank. There are some jobs that no amount of horses and dogs can help with. The beast finds going down easier than climbing out, but after 10 minutes of bush bashing, Trevor manages to get below it and drive it back up to rejoin its mates. Still, they're nearly through the bush, and Trevor's already thinking about good times ahead.
It's the older people you like to go and see. There's old people that you've known for years and years who used to go for tea and stay the night and things like that. It's good to go and see them, have a game of cards and spend the night and have a decent sort of a yarn.
What about the dogs? They're obviously pretty important.
Yep. It's not the dogs that get you there, it's what you do yourself. It's nice to have a handy dog that you can hop around and do a bit, but it's what you do yourself that gets your job through there. It's how you look after them and feed. The feed is one of the greatest things. And the more grass they've got in their stomachs, the easier to handle. They're no problems. When they start getting hungry and poking around, and that's when your trouble starts.
At last, out of the hills, and men and cattle alike can relax. They'll stay here for just one night, but quite often Trevor will arrange grazing for a week or more in one place to give himself and the mob a rest. On the longer breaks, he goes home or stays with friends in the district. But even when Trevor's away from the mob, they're always in the back of his mind. There've been times where he's gone home for a spell, but felt something's wrong and come back early. Sure enough, the grazing's run out and it's time to move on. Trevor droves for about 3 months a year. The rest of the time he does mustering and other farm work around Gisborne. He says droving's a great life. He calls this his annual holiday.
Yeah, you get sick of it after a while, and you have your good days and your bad days, and you're going to chuck the ruddy thing in and the sun comes out and everything's back to good again.
It's worse when it's raining.
Worse when it's raining, yeah.
Have you ever seriously thought of giving it up?
Oh, I've tried it. It hasn't worked.
There's something that always takes you
Yeah,
back.
it always takes you back, yeah.
What is it, do you think?
Don't know, it's just something that I always wanted to do.
And you still do?
Still do, yeah.
After, what is it, how many years?
I've only got 2 more years to go to give me 40 years, yeah.
Do you ever stop off at a pub anywhere or when you're away?
Now and again, yeah. I don't bother with the pubs very much, yeah.
Why not?
I don't know, got past it. Yeah. Go for it, give me a blow! It's nice to go and have a beer. But you don't go to the pub for a beer now, they just buggers go there to get drunk. Yeah.
So you prefer the company of just people you meet along the way?
Yeah. It's nice to go and have a beer with somebody you know and sit and have a good yarn, but to go there just for the hell of it, no.
Another 2 months on the road, and Trevor's journey is nearly over. There are always some cattle on a long drove which don't make it, a loss the owner has to bear. But Trevor's lost only 4 of the 600 cattle, mostly over banks on the difficult stretch of road over the hills from Rotorua to his final destination, the springtime greenness of Matamata, deep in the Waikato. These days, it's rare to see a cattle drive. Most farmers truck their beasts instead. The pressure is coming on droving from all directions. Some county councils complain about road damage from droving. There are more vehicles on the roads, and they're not all like Trevor's old Bedford. Today's drivers are becoming less tolerant about stock slowing them down. But Trevor still gets a deep satisfaction from droving, despite the hassles, the traffic, the rain, and the living rough on the road for month after winter month, far from home. It's time to hand the stock over to their new owners, and the easiest place to draft them is on the road itself.
Hey, look out, Johnny.
Hereford. 2, yeah, Hereford and the Blackness.
What's the red one? Just down that side. What's the red one here? The red one comes back?
That's not ours? Yep. Oh, it's got a bottom bit, has it? I don't know. It should have a top and bottom.
For these farmers, droving the stock still makes sense. They were able to buy them cheaper just before winter when feed was scarce. But droving has kept them off their own farms till now, when the Waikato spring flush is boosting grass growth. With plenty of tucker, the cattle should quickly put on weight. As for Trevor, the job's done for another year.
We've had quite a good trip. Bit of fishing, bit of white baiting. Never caught anything. It was a lot of fun. Stayed in one place. We were there for 10 or 20 days. Bit of fencing and fed out a bit of hay and chased a few Kiakoki's cows and calves. And sort of passed the time away quite good. Had its moments, had its laughs. And, it's been a good trip.
How about the cattle? They look like they're in good condition.
The older cattle, they're the ones that have done extra well. The younger ones have done a little bit hard. But I think most of them have done fairly well and everybody seems happy.
Now they're on lush Waikato pasture. How will they do?
Oh, they should do all right, as long as they don't die of bloat.
I guess it's going to be rather different for them after Gisborne.
Yeah. Different grass. Different grass.
So how does it feel to be finished and ready to go?
We feel sad for some of these blokes. They sort of become, you get mates with them. Here. When you see them go in the paddock, or, you've gone. What's up? Yeah.
Time to pack up. It's spring and Trevor will be able to find plenty of stock work for himself and his dogs around his home district.
Very good. Yes, you just come here. Okay, very good. That's right. Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah.
It's not goodbye forever. If the Waikato group buys at Matafero next June, Trevor will be back this way. He has the satisfaction of knowing he's delivered the cattle in top condition. The job's been well done. And as he retraces the route, he can savour another year's memories. Rain and cold for sure, but also sunshine and friendship and the freedom of the road.